Today's story is about a king called Solomon. Now, Solomon was the next king to be in charge of all of the Israelite people, in charge of God's people. Now, when Solomon became king, he spoke to God, and God said to him, "Solomon, I will give you whatever you need. What is it that you would like me to give you?" Now, Solomon could have asked for anything. He could have asked for all the money in the world, or all of the riches, or all of the animals, or for power, and all sorts of things that he could have asked for that were worth a lot in this time, in the Bible days. But you know what Solomon said to God? He said, "I want to be wise." Oh, what does that mean? Solomon wanted wisdom. He said to God, "I want to be wise. I want to make good decisions." Now, Solomon was a man that loved God very much, and he wanted to do the best job that he could do. And he knew as a king that sometimes you have to make decisions. And so, if you're really wise, then you know that you will make the best decisions. And so, do you know what? That's exactly what happened. God gave Solomon wisdom. So into Solomon went God's wisdom. And this meant that when Solomon was on his throne and people came to see him, that he could make really good decisions. And so then, one day, this happened. Two ladies came to see the king, King Solomon. They were having an argument because they both had a baby, but sadly one of the babies had died, but the other baby was still alive. And so they brought the baby to King Solomon, and they said that they didn't know, well, they were arguing about whose baby the baby that was alive belonged to. Now, this lady said that the baby was hers, and this lady said the baby was hers. Now, the baby couldn't belong to both of the ladies. What was King Solomon going to do? But you know, he had a little think, and he thought for a little while, and then he said something that was very wise. King Solomon said, "I know what we'll do. We will cut the baby in half." Oh my goodness, that's not a good idea. But do you know what? The real mother said, "Oh my goodness, I do not want any harm to come to my baby. If the other lady is so desperate to have my baby, I would rather she had the baby than to cut the baby in half." And this mother said, "Oh, I think that's a really good idea. Let's cut the baby in half." King Solomon said he knew that the real mother was the mother that didn't want any harm to come to her baby. And so he took the child and he gave the child to the real mother. You see, the mother's love was so strong that she would rather lose her baby than for any harm to come to her child. So Solomon found out the truth. He found out which mother was telling the truth and which mother was telling a lie, all because he thought to use his wisdom to ask a clever question which tested out what the truth was. I wonder, if you were King Solomon, what gift you would ask God for. I wonder what gifts you could ask God for today. I wonder if you could ask him for gifts that can help you to be a better person, to make sure that you're showing love rather than broken love.